when you've been walking in the dark, and then you just understand that really Jesus has been faithful to you, like he never let you go. All this other time, he was just there sitting next to you, just thinking, yo, he's just saying, Kevin, I'm here. Trust me, I got your back. If you have a story like that, I relate with you, brother. You know that Jesus still loves you. So this is personal for me. I'm not trying to preach. I'm not pushing an agenda.
Yeah.
I just know he's faithful.
I'm going to say one thing.
What's up?
Sema ikutoke.
Me, ishani toka maze. Me, I'm living the truth. I'm living that truth, man. Mimi, ilinitoka.
Sema ikutoke.
And I know,
Preach on, brother.
I just know in my next life, utaicheki. You will see the blessings. You will see the guidance. Anyway, speaking of which, we are still on the gray zone right now at 8 minutes to the top of the hour. Seriously, can two people fight? Can two people fight constantly and still be soulmates? You know, psychology shows that high conflict couples who stay together often have strong emotional bonds, deep history, and shared purpose. They say the fighting isn't always a sign of dysfunction. It is sometimes a sign that both people still care enough to fight.
Even siblings fight.
It's true.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And good fights, by the way.
Yeah, but sometimes it can be deadly.
Oh, yeah, that again. You know, anything that is on the spectrum that is, you know, that is not healthy.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show. Somebody was saying the other day, and I thought that was a very good observation.
Right.
That each kid experiences a parent at a different stage of their lives.
I agree. It's almost as if we don't even have the same parents.
Yes.
Yet we're siblings.
Your parent is facing lack sometimes. When they gave birth to you, they were insecure in themselves. Sometimes the last borns, for example, aka Matara.
Come on, why are you doing that? Stop it.
As a last born, you find your parents are settled. They understand how to bring up kids.
Yeah.
They're secure. They're confident about, bringing up a child.
Yeah.
The way you were brought up is not the same way your firstborn sister was brought up.
It's true.
And all of you come out differently, and your character is shaped very differently.
But there's something called trauma bonding. Trauma bonding. I want to forget even about siblings. Trauma bonding is very toxic and unhealthy, especially when there's two things involved. Dopamine. Dopamine is when you get a rush, like, you feel that feel good. How do you call it? That feel good, whatever. Let me just call it an emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's conflicts, drama. You cannot have. That's not a healthy place to even raise a family, where on one case. On one end, you guys are constantly fighting. On another end, you're excited about making love. That's not normal. It's not usual. You're not supposed to be together. And in fact, if you're fighting more than getting along, that's a bad sign.
It is. I remember seeing a video. I don't know if I shared this with you online. And people were watching these two people fight. And I was angry because this man was just slapping this lady.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. The guy with the dreads.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I was angry.
My Lord. Yeah.
I was like, what are these people doing? How can they let this guy beat up this chick?
I saw it. Yeah. Slapping her badly.
Until she's on the ground and continues to slap her and beat her up and insult her.
But they never break up. Apparently, even in other videos, they're still together.
What the hell?
So it's called trauma bonding. You've been through so much, man. Probably in your past. That all the traumas somehow make you guys, all the traumas you guys have been through,
men who
make
beat
you
up
bond.
women are insecure. Deal with it, dude.
Yeah, of course. Like you can't listen. I'm even tired of having this conversation, to be honest, because it's been happening since time immemorial. I checked a silly conversation one day on a vernacular movie. It was a Luo movie. And because I like to watch them sometimes. And this chick was telling her friend, like, if your husband doesn't hit you, then he doesn't love you. Can you imagine?
What is that?
Imagine? Can you imagine?
What
Do you know
is
these things
that?
have been do you know?
What
Let me
is
tell
that?
you. I just feel it's okay to disagree.
And
it's
those
okay.
are the narratives. Let me tell you, those are the narratives that are being
It's true.
embraced
Yeah. Just because we disagree doesn't
culturally
mean
to get people abused.
Yes.
And gives men excuse to abuse
Yeah,
women.
yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, yo, I don't care who you are, and I don't care how much love you guys make. I don't care how many trips you guys go for, and how you constantly go for dinner and did all these silly things. You cannot constantly fight and claim your soulmates. I don't care. You can never convince me. Stop it. All right, and go for therapy. Everyday people, but it's also everyday people.
Plus, remind them this is
Men's Mental Wealth Awareness Month.
Yes.
Everyday people, Arrested Development. Tony Kazi.